Gonna do the
What are we
opening
doing?
scene.
No, we don't have open scene. Yeah. Do you know what? It's a good idea to have an open scene.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Do you know why? Because I was testing a few things, and one of the things is like when you start the streaming, if you put something before, and then we can actually see and then know when we start to talk. Not right now. It's we're having this conversation, but it's being streaming. So
Are we live?
yeah.
Hey, we're live. Hey, look at that. Wow. Just
Sorry about that. We don't want to bore you with technical problems, but
just nuances. We're always trying to improve and do better with the show.
yes.
Welcome. Puff Drink Talk Podcast. Conrad here.
Hilton here. You don't see them in here, but they are ghosts. Oh, let me bring Dylan. Dylan's sitting next to me today.
George is apparently next to me.
Okay, look at that.
Oh, hey! Hey, George!
Isn't that beautiful?
Man.
That's beautiful, man.
It's just more of that.
I love technology.
It's just more of that YouTube magic right there.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Nothing is what it seems, apparently.
Apparently not.
Have I made a connection in there?
I think you have. But before we get into it, let's go over the cigars that we're going to be smoking today.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Red Cohiba.
Oh.
Don't buy cigars. Don't smoke it unless you are already, smoker yourself. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. But it does wonders to me.
Yeah. Tantalizes the sensations.
I'm gonna do a V-cut today.
Ooh, getting fancy with it. Shout out to Dylan. He's been loving all of these IPAs and trying all these different ones. I made a quick little stop and picked up Sierra Nevada hazy little thing IPA.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I used to love drinking Sierra Nevadas when I lived in Northern California. So shout out to those good old memories.
Good beers that Dylan's bringing to us.
Yeah, really. You ready to light this same bad boy up?
Yeah, and then before we do that, let me take the automatic function off, because it will get loud if I leave it on. Hey George! Hey George!
He's really excited. Look at that face.
He is actually. He's laughing.
Yeah.
He's laughing quite a lot.
We miss you guys. Hope you're having a blast, fun time in sunny Florida.
Oh yeah, they're both in Florida, right? And at the beach. Not bad at all.
Saw some of the pictures that George had sent. My goodness.
And he just texted it. How can I be in two places at the same time?
It's called movie magic, my friend.
Yeah, and if you want to join, George, I think you can just put like a Google Meet or Microsoft Teams or whatever. I don't know what we have installed in this machine, so...
Do you know when they're going to be back? Will they both be back next week?
Dylan for sure, yes, because he arrives on, I think on a Tuesday. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I totally forgot to ask.
He put that on my calendar. You need more fire in there.
Man, I've been
use this one.
Firing the shit out of this thing. What are you doing, Cohiba?
Put that on my calendar. It shows Tuesday, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be here on Wednesday or not. The guy's been working hard and never taken a vacation, so he deserves, right? But he deserves a vacation.
All work and no play will make Jack a dull boy. Truly never understood what that meant, but I say it quite often.
I have no idea what that means. He went like
over the head. Yeah, it's an expression for someone who works too hard and that doesn't take any time to enjoy themselves and go on vacation or whatever. Just makes them a dull boy, meaning they're bored and just kind of lifeless. So
he deleted the comment and then said at the same. What does that say? Message
retracted. Huh.
So how come? And why is it retracted?
I don't know. Maybe he retracted it.
Maybe
I think George retracted it.
Oh, he retracted the message.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means when he retracts the message, but The Shining quote, Conrad.
I think it is from The Shining. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is from The Shining. Great movie. I only saw it once. Scared the living crap out of me. I think I was like 10 years old at that time. I was over at a friend's house and we stayed up until like 2 o'clock in the morning just watching it. Have you ever seen it?
I don't know. It might be a different name.
Oh, Jack Nicholson. They're up at this big giant hotel in Colorado and they get snowed in. He's supposed to be a writer. Mm-hmm. And they're supposed to watch over the hotel. They get snowed in. It's him, his wife, and their son. And creepy, eerie ghosts kind of start coming out, making Jack Nicholson go crazy. There's a famous scene where he takes an axe and breaks through the door, and he goes, "Here's Johnny." And he tries to kill his family.
Oh, I know that scene.
Yeah. It's from that movie.
Okay.
Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it.
I might have.
Yeah.
I might have not. I don't know.
Yeah. George, how many times have you seen it? Oh, sorry. Man, Shining, the Shining moment for me, man. It's happening.
Oh, man.
Well, kind of like our fellow puffer drinkers and talkers.
Disappeared. Hold on. How is the cigar?
It's good. It's really good. After my...
I think the last time we had this one, we were at the beach last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good times. I miss going back and doing that.
He watched it 3 times, and they're going to watch it again this year.
At the Paramount Theater. Yeah. There you go.
Because he's got that membership thing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good membership kind of thing.
Honestly, he keeps bragging about it, flexing and, George doing George things.
That's George.
Yeah.
Should we have... So George, because you're flexing, I'm going to make you bigger. George is now much bigger.
Just flexing that Paramount Theater love.
He's actually bleeding here through my image there. Look at that.
He's in 2 places at once.
And he's quite big.
Yeah. Good for you, George. Miss you, buddy.
I'm gonna put him back. Okay, that's dead.
Igor.
That's good. Okay.
Igor said, "Why is that guy not moving?"
Yeah, Igor, technology.
Yeah. Little Hollywood magic for you. Hilton's a wizard when it comes to this YouTube stuff.
And that's so simple.
I watched the process.
It is.
Yeah, it's a good process though.
Huh? Look at that.
She said.
Bigger? That's what she said.
Oh man.
Igor, when you're coming to do a podcast with us, we are just around the corner.
Yeah.
Come over now. Come over now. We have a seat in here.
Got some beers, some cigars.
Yeah. Got a whiskey?
Come puff, drink, and talk with us, my friend.
So yes, what are we talking about today? Apparently, there's a ghost in town.
There's quite a few ghosts in town, and even a bigger ghost in Washington, D.C., kind of like our friends that are supposed to be here. They're not. Where's El Presidente Joseph Biden? That's what everyone's been saying online, and nobody can confirm his whereabouts.
I have to say, I have to confess that I did not hear about it until you said so.
So let me bring you up to speed.
Right.
Obviously, with Trump getting the assassination attempt, drew a lot of attention to him. Fast forward another week, the Republican National Convention, Trump accepts a Republican nomination for president. That same weekend, everyone's wondering where Joe Biden is. Apparently, he was supposed to have come down with COVID.
Okay.
And then he sends out a tweet on X. I don't know if it's a tweet on X, or how do you say it now? Is it an X post on X?
According to Elon Musk, he doesn't have a name for that yet. So a tweet is fine.
Okay. So
he said that three weeks ago, at the Joe Rogan. So.
Oh, really? Yeah. There we go. So he had a tweet on X, and again, can't confirm if it's him or his secretary or what PR relations person, but basically Joe Biden announced his pulling out of the presidential election race for 2024 and officially nominated Kamala Harris
on a phone call.
Well, that was after. So in the
that was a tweet then.
That was the tweet.
Just a tweet. Okay.
That was the tweet. He was stating that he had health reasons that he needed to address, and obviously he needs to, get better, stuff like that. So then there was speculation. So a couple days past that, everyone's going, well, where is he? You make a post and then you don't make an appearance. And then there was the phone call that Joe Biden, quote unquote, because they analyzed the phone. So there was a phone call from Joe Biden that was broadcasted to everyone. It was live on television, him supporting Kamala Harris and for being the president, for running for election of the presidency. There were people that were analyzing the recording and said there's a 98% that was an AI bot chat that recorded that message. So that goes to that picked up somebody's ears, and it's like, where's Joe Biden been for the past 2 weeks? And then there supposedly was a Joe Biden sighting today, getting out of a car, getting onto an airplane, getting off the airplane, etc. But everyone's saying that is that really Joe Biden? Is that just not an actor wearing a very well done prosthetic face mask of Joe Biden?
Well, George is saying first he gave up the campaign, right? And Igor saying that he may be here next time. Great, Igor. Please.
There we go. Yeah.
Come on, come on over. It'll be great to have you. Yeah, but that's interesting because I don't really follow the news that much because I'm concentrated on how to sell more flooring. Do you know what I mean? I did put a podcast today, to listen to, but it wasn't political related. So
right.
And I did click, because I was like, how is he out? And then I watched a few shorts and just to hear the news about it.
Right.
But in any of these, was ever mentioned that he had not made an appearance yet. It was just like comments about, he's out of the race, and then he nominated, such and such. I don't even know the name of the lady. Kamala.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And I was like, okay.
So I mean, under normal circumstances, if somebody made a announcement that they weren't going to be running for the presidency, usually it's going to be on live broadcast. It's not just going to be a post on X, a social media platform. Usually it's going to be in front of the world, in front of a microphone, addressing the whole free nation of his decision. So it definitely is strange. I mean, it really raises some question. If confirmed, how bad was COVID for President Biden? Did it really, really knock him out where, I mean, he's been, nobody's seen him for the past couple of weeks. How bad is his health? Is he even still alive? I mean, that's what's circulating, is that, it's very suspicious that we don't see him and then all of a sudden he shows up like nothing's happened. So, I don't know. It's all speculation.
He has not shown up yet. So George is saying something in there.
He has ceased to breathe. Is he alive? Will he step out of the presidency in a self-25th Amendment? Well, so that's ultimately the question. What's going on, Mr. President?
So, and that's what, but is there any, in which source did you get that information? Like which news feed?
Well, so, I mean, about what?
That, he has not made a public appearance yet, or?
Well, so that's the thing is, it's all over X. Mm-hmm. It has been brought up by Fox News, CNN a couple of times. Obviously, a lot of the other left-leaning media outlets aren't going to specifically say, where's Joe Biden? How come we haven't seen him? Mm-hmm. But it has been raised by Fox News of like, where is the president? How come we haven't seen him for literally, going on 2 weeks? So, like I was saying, it's very strange and abnormal that if you were running to be president, would you not want to be in front of a camera letting the people know, like, hey,
all the time?
I can't.
But he's not running anymore, right? So
right, but making that announcement, wouldn't you want to make that announcement in front of the people to show them, like, hey, I just can't do it? It's very strange. It is very, very strange times right now.
So George is giving some facts in here. Same has happened with Reagan, except that he was in the other side of the aisle. Well,
so with Reagan, he had already done his second presidential term, so he was out of the race no matter what. Mm-hmm. But he was suffering from dementia and early onsets of Alzheimer's. I believe it was dementia or Alzheimer's is what finally gave him in at the end. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, kind of the same thing. I mean, it was, we didn't see President Reagan very much. A lot of it was Nancy Reagan showing up and doing interviews, etc., until the final days. And then shortly after his presidency, I forget how much longer, it was like he was hospitalized, and then shortly after he died. So, but yeah, similar situation happened with Reagan. So
that's interesting. That would be an interesting news when he reappears, alive or not.
Yeah, where's he been? How is he doing?
Well, probably he's in Florida on vacation with George and Dylan.
Yeah, really. Just shooting the old maybe. Whoa, hey, where's the tinfoil hats?
Somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, here's one.
Dylan's the one that knows all about the tinfoil hats.
Here's the other. Here's my tinfoil hat conspiracy.
Okay.
Maybe, just maybe.
I'm just showing that mine has a little.
Oh, a little.
Yeah, yours is more like a
quiz.
Like a French kind of thing.
Fedora.
Fedora.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice fedora.
Yeah. Look like Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, that one looks more like a helmet, kind of.
Maybe he is on the golf course with President Trump because during the debate, Biden called him out and said that he could probably beat him in a round of golf. So maybe this whole time
he's practicing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's practicing for the match.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what George says. I don't know if he's talking about Reagan or Biden. Not really. There are serious evidence that he was decaying during his last 2 years.
I think that could be the case made for both. I mean, there was a lot of time. I mean, a lot of cases where Biden kept slipping up, reading end prompt on the prompt screen. So, yeah, in my opinion, it's kind of a wash between the two. Both are very unhealthy or were unhealthy during their presidency at the final stages.
They have similar age, right? Trump and Biden.
I think Biden is 2 years older than. Yeah, Biden's 2 years older than Trump. Yeah.
Very similar age.
Yes. Yeah, they're in their 70s. Mid
they're like
70s.
the one is 100%, the other one is 99.5%.
Yeah.
So they're very close.
Very close. Very close. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Biden's actually in Florida right now, shooting the links, hitting up with Trump on the golf course, calling him out. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks.
So George is saying that ground news is a good place to go and read news about anything.
I used to look at it. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Let me put it up and see if there's anything on
President
ground
Biden.
news. Let's see what's in the front page kind of thing. Top story, no. No. Oh, that one. You see that the? Yeah, let me show these. I mean, George is better with these than I am, but the thing is, it has, because it's collectives, gathers the information, and then it sees based on the words that are being used. It finds out how these news is leaning. So this one is leaning 42% left, 34% center, and 24% right. So you see that French,
Yeah.
the flag in there, and it says if it is more left, more right, or kind of center. So. But it doesn't say anything about Biden not existing anymore.
Maybe you have to search keywords.
I didn't want to search just because, like, this one leans completely left. I didn't want to search because I wanted to see if it's like on the face. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
This is a completely right.
Yeah.
This is completely left, of course, because it's the nomination of the Democrats.
Yeah.
The NBA signed broadcasting deal with Disney, Amazon, and Comcast. So
Hey, that's interesting.
that's interesting. So it's supposed not to be a political thing, right?
Right.
But it still shows in there. So you can see that it's some sort of algorithm or something like that
Right.
analyzes the news.
Right.
And then it puts out there. So That's very interesting.
Yeah. So Reagan was in his mid-70s last 2 years.
He's saying that he only gave 2 speeches in the last year. Biden is 81 and Trump will be 79. So yeah, there are 2.5 years apart.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it unfortunately fits both of them. I mean,
George, it was supposed this podcast you should be here because this happened when you're not here, and then you're talking about it and not having you here. I'm glad you are live in the comments. Do you know what I mean? Because that's a subject that interests you a lot, right? So, but yeah, you see. That's handshake.
Handshake, yeah.
What is it? Oh, it's my hand. Yeah, no.
George's hand.
George's hand. It's not gonna show because it's.
Yeah.
And then he's talking about WNBA now. It's huge.
11-year contract, $2.2 billion for the league. Yeah. Yep. So that'll be big. That'll be big news for the NBA. Those broadcasting deals, which is good. We need more of that.
Dylan is actually following quite a bit the all the games that the American basketball team is playing against, all the teams
for the Olympics.
For the Olympics, yes. So, and U.S. is doing kind of alright, but there are some games that being very, very close.
But they still haven't lost, have they? I haven't
they might have lost one. We can sort for that. Dream Team
2024?
2024 games. Let's see what we see. This is statistics. You won't find it, and because it's not official, right? Game, so you won't find anything very specific about it.
Maybe we need to type in U.S. Men's Basketball Olympics and maybe get that.
U.S. Men Basketball.
Yeah.
You see this one versus Germany, and then I think the end result, it was very close. What do you say? Olympic?
Yeah, Olympics. Let's just see.
I was actually doing some fact check on the American team for basketball.
Okay.
And that has been 20 Olympic Games since it started in 1932, if I remember well. And US won 16 and it was on the podium 19 times. Only once it didn't make the final 3. Well, yes, it didn't make the final 3.
Really?
16 times first gold medal.
Yeah.
One silver medal, 2 bronze medal, and once that they didn't show.
What year did they not show?
90. I want to say 98, but I could not 98, 96. I could be wrong. I don't remember. No, I don't remember at the top of my head. But if you Google, we can see it. But it was it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then people say oh, the Brazilians are the best team in soccer. No. If they were, they would be 16 times gold medalist. the American basketball team.
Right.
And then I said, like, yeah, they might have the most number of World Cups in the world. Yeah, that would put them as one of the best. But dominance is what the American team, the dream team is.
I think also continued dominance. I think that's what really stamps your legacy. If you do it,
it's not about continuous. It's about ever. Since the very first time they won, the second time they won, up to until like the 10th time they won. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's been 20, and it's like,
they won 16 out of the 20.
Yeah, 16 times.
Yeah,
and then 3 other times they were there. Like one silver, they lost a final, and then the other 2 they won the bronze, which is also a final, but it's not
top 3.
The final for gold, right? Because you play kind of at the same time.
They're still losers. Yeah. They're third.
Oh, it's 1980. They did not go to Russia. Yes, so they didn't go. That's why they didn't win. Or they didn't.
Okay.
Say, George, you are just a pool of knowledge on everything.
Well, he's got his. He's driving around in his Tundra. He could probably just Google on the touchscreen on his Tundra.
At this time, he's at the beach.
Oh yeah.
Is there any more pictures to send us? He sent us some nice pictures of a very nice view of the beach and the ocean. That was pretty nice.
Great view, fantastic view. Yeah. It's why I live there in Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful beaches. The best beaches.
Daddy LeBron has been stealing the spotlight.
Yep. Yeah, LeBron
James. He's saying that. Some of these games have been really tough, like against Germany, Australia. Yeah.
Well, Australia is stacked. They've got quite a few professionals that play in the NBA. Yeah. So
that's good.
Make it interesting, but still, I think it's going to be a gold medal for USA basketball. I knew you guys would like the pictures from the beach.
Yeah, we like beach. We like sharks. Like it had sharks. 2 sharks on that picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's more sharks out there, please send it.
Yeah.
And we love that wildlife.
The dangers.
Yeah.
You just likes to live dangerously.
Yeah.
Life on the edge. What can I say?
Yeah, exactly. Please, George.
Oh, George. Have you ever been to Florida?
Yeah, I actually was supposed to be living in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, when I came over here, we were supposed to be.
Wait, hold on. A Brazilian living in Florida? I've never heard of that.
Never heard of that. Yeah,
never.
Do you know
You're
what?
The first one.
Yeah, you can go to any McDonald's in Florida and order in Portuguese, and a Brazilian will serve you.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. I really don't.
It's unbelievable. There's a lot of Brazilians there.
A lot.
A
lot.
If it's not a Brazilian, it's going to be a Cuban guy.
Mm-hmm.
There were 9 NBA players in the 92 when the Dream Team played.
This year there are 70 players. Which, valid point.
Oh, valid point, yes.
Valid point.
The rest of the world is exporting players to the U.S.
And that's why basketball is very interesting. When you would think about it, the NBA Finals should be a bigger event than like the Super Bowl because it is a worldwide sport. Mm-hmm. But American viewership always outdoes NBA viewership tenfold. Okay. NBA Finals viewership is so low, but Super Bowl is like billions of people worldwide watch it, which is very interesting because American football is primarily played in America.
Mm-hmm.
There really isn't any. Obviously now they're trying to expand and play in other Latin American countries, in Brazil. First game of this year is going to be in Brazil.
Yeah.
So, and they played in Germany. They play in London. They always play those games every year. So, slowly they're trying to expand into other countries, but just it's not the same, which is kind of interesting.
My cousin, Jojo.
Shout out, Jojo.
Shout out, Jojo. He knows a lot as well about NBA because he watches it a lot, and the football.
Really?
He follows the football. He likes sports a lot.
Okay.
Right? And he actually plays really good, basketball. Much better than me because I'm crap at it. But yeah, he's my age. 1 year older than me. So of course, it doesn't play anymore.
Right. Yeah.
I'm talking about something when we were like 14, 15 years old.
Yes, youngins.
Yeah. But he knows a lot because as of this day, he follows NBA and football.
Really?
American football. Every single game. He watches it, and then he knows a lot about this, man. It's like I hope he can make it to São Paulo to watch
that game.
Yeah, that game, because it's going to be an opportunity. Although he is not in São Paulo, he lives in Vitória, where my family's from.
But still.
So yeah, hopefully he can make it there, because I think he would love it.
Yeah.
I watched college, not college actually, it was a high school game. In Tampa. And it was
Tampa Bay, Florida?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the son of a friend of my uncle plays, for the school.
Right.
So we went to watch it, and then he's like a skinny guy, tall and fast, and I don't know the position, but he's probably a kicker, right? Because he's Brazilian.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very interesting to see, because you can see the whole team. Then when it's defense, like everybody comes out, and then a lot of people go in, and so there's a lot of things going on.
Yep.
When you watch live.
Yep.
In the stadium. So I found it really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you see that link I sent you? A while ago, must have been a month and a half ago.
I did.
Vitor Belfort, the famous UFC fighter from Brazil.
Yeah.
His son plays American football in Florida, and he plays quarterback.
Oh, quarterback. That's what the guy was as well.
Where he takes the ball and he throws it to the wide receivers, But what's different about him is he uses boxing and fighting style training to help prep him. And there's videos of him just running over people and getting hit and just shrugging it off like, yeah, didn't feel a thing. Get out of my way. And a fantastic arm. Just
did you send that to me?
I did.
I don't remember watching it.
I put it in the Pup Drink Talk chat group.
Okay,
I'll have to find it.
It might be one of those times that they're like 50 messages.
Yeah.
And then I just like, okay, not reading it.
Skip it over.
Sometimes I gotta tell this to the audience, to the viewers. Sometimes these three guys here, these three guys, they start talking and talking and talking. And when I see it, there's like 200 messages.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not reading his essay right now. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry about it. So.
In all fairness, Hilton, you are a businessman. You've got a million and one things to deal with, so it's understandable. But
thank you.
You did miss out on this. I'll have to find it. Okay. I'll reshare it.
No. So if there is a link, I can just search links on the group.
Okay. Okay.
I'll do that and watch.
Yeah.
What is George saying?
It's not this year. Okay,
who's the GOAT? Michael Jordan's.
Jordan, yeah.
It's not Michael Jordan's fault. He played against what he could play at the time.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 92 and 2000 and.
Well, listen, and I mean, George, to that point, just because there's 70 NBA players that are playing in the Olympics doesn't mean all 70 of them are good. You know?
Yeah. Some are on the bench.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Some of them are on the bench. I mean, obviously Luka and
Luka's good.
the other guy for the Nuggets, Jokic. They both play for, I want to say Lithuania, but I know George is going to correct me. Estonia. Some weird European country where they race horses and, you know.
Well, a message is going to pop up and George is going to say.
It's just a little delay in George over here, but I appreciate you correcting me on what country they're from.
There's a natural delay in the video where when we hit the start button. It takes about 3 or 4 seconds.
Oh, okay. So they're living in the past.
Yeah.
Of what we see. Gotcha. Okay. But George will definitely correct me on which country. Slovenia. No. That's where my friend's from. Slovakia. No, that was Vladimir. One of those Akias countries. Anyway, that's where they're from. I mean, 2 of the best NBA players, but I don't know how well they're doing again in the Olympics.
But if it is only one person, you know,
two of the best.
But I mean, if there's only one person in their home team,
right,
it makes a difference, but it doesn't make up the difference.
Right.
That's
why it's called the dream team, because it's a whole team, not just
whole team good,
the dream player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on pins and needles to know what George is gonna.
Careful! He knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does. It's good. I used to love basketball. I used to follow it. Growing up with MJ. I still remember at my grandma's house, she had an old TV that was, still made with a little TV screen built around a big wooden box about this big, as big as this table. Weighed 5,000 pounds, almost collapsed the house. But I was sitting there watching Michael Jordan and the Bulls play against the Supersonics. And of course, we were up in the Seattle area watching it. Luka, Slovenia, Jokic, Serbia. Oh, that's right. They are from different countries. But they share the same interest of being Eastern Europeans together.
Serbia is the same as the tennis player.
Who?
Djokovic.
Who's the tennis player?
Is it Djokovic? No, Djokovic.
Right. But who's the tennis player?
Isn't Djokovic the name of the tennis player?
Oh, yes. Maybe.
Yeah, he's from Serbia. Yeah.
I have no idea.
The guy that didn't want to take the vaccine when he went to Australia, and then I think so.
You might be right, but it starts with a D. His last name starts with a D, I thought.
No, Djokovic. D-J-O.
Yeah.
Starts with a D.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Giannis is Greek. Yeah.
Is there a Brazilian in basketball?
Quite a few. At least there were. I don't know of any current Brazilian basketball players. But before, there used to be quite a few. American football, there's a Brazilian kicker. Santos for the Chicago Bears. Baseball, there's a couple of Brazilian people.
Yeah, there's a Canadian guy as well.
Yep, Shane Gillis-Andrus, or I forget how to say his last name. But
No, Shane Gillis is not the comedian guy.
Yes, but I think his name is Gillis Alexander. I can't remember. These hazy IPAs get me every time. I forget my names. Yeah, Embiid is from Sudan, but he's American now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you get like a double citizenship, you can choose which team you want to play for.
Apparently, I didn't know you could do that or not. How do you know? How do you know, Hilton?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I might start playing basketball.
No, I meant, how did you know my cigar was out?
I
just know.
I know. This is something that I just know. You've been talking too much. Although you are further than me on your cigar. You don't have your band anymore. But if we compare, this size. Look. Yeah.
Not too much of a difference, but there is. I may have just taken it out. I like this Cohiba. It's a good cigar. Very good. Tasty cigar.
I think it's price-wise, there are other cigars that cost $2 or $3 less, and they give the same pleasure.
Right.
Different taste, same pleasure.
What was the one that I had last week?
I was this one. Also a big name, Macanudo.
That was a good
I know that you like
that
this
was
one.
good. Yeah.
That's why I gave it to you.
Oh, that's right. That was didn't I bring a Macanudo the
You brought the green one, I think.
Yeah. And it was
Which has a Brazil. No, the green one I bought.
No.
No, you brought in the Macanudo. I don't remember. We gotta watch it, the video is gonna be on our channel. But,
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I was saying I thought I brought a Macanudo in probably like 20 episodes ago. But I bought it at a liquor shop, and it was like an old one. Remember that? It was in a glass container, and it just wasn't aged well. It needed to be in a humidor.
Because you bought at a smoke shop instead of
No, liquor store.
Yeah, okay, you bought at a liquor store instead of a cigar.
Yeah.
But smoke shop, they sell like it's different. You have like in smoke shop, for example, you don't have a tobacconist.
Right.
So if you ask the person that is there selling things, they know nothing about anything. They just go like, I don't know, sir, or what do you want to buy?
Just go pick it out.
Just pick it up, and then tell me which one it is, because the humidor is going to be locked.
Right.
And then you go. So on a smoke shop, they might know about vapors, about those nargile, whatever it's called.
Not hashish. Oh God!
You know what I mean? Like those big things.
Hookahs.
Hookahs. Okay.
Yeah.
Thing that has water in it, and then the smoke goes through the water, and so it cools it down.
Yeah, and you take it. Yeah, you take. Yeah. Those were really popular, like 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yes. I never smoked that. So
it's good. It's it's smoke infused with water vapor, so it's not as heavy, and you can just inhale a ton of tobacco.
Okay.
And I mean, just keep pulling it out. It's safe to inhale. Safe. I mean, I wouldn't say it's safe to inhale, but it's probably safer than inhaling, a cigar.
I don't know. If you inhale like into your lungs a cigar, you get sick.
Yes.
So that one is very similar to a cigarette, right?
Yes.
So you can actually breathe it in.
Yes, you can breathe it in, but because it's just not as strong and condensed as
the pipe or
a cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Saying that the 7th best player is a Lithuanian American.
Lithuanian American. I don't know who that is. Lithuanian and American.
I don't know.
No.
I don't keep track.
No.
And did you watch the Formula 1 this last weekend?
I did not. I was so busy on Saturday and Sunday, man. Camila works. Gotta watch the kids, How was it?
No excuse though, because I bring my kids to the F1.
And I was going to, but Saturday night we stayed up later than normal, and the kids didn't wake up until about 10 o'clock. I was awake. I'm always awake up at 6.
By the way, Juliana had a birthday party and I wasn't invited.
Which Juliana?
Your sister-in-law.
Which birthday?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago or something.
Her birthday's in September.
It wasn't. It was Kurt then. It was
Kurt's
it was a birthday. Oh no, it was the baby's.
Yes.
1 year old.
It was Addie's birthday. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wanted to do like a small little.
I'm
thing.
small. I'm small.
Yeah, I know.
And I saw the people there.
Yeah. No, I know.
I saw the people there.
Trust me. Obviously, it was done at our house, but it was one of those things where Camila goes, "You need to put your foot down on who you want and stuff because other people are going to see it and be like, how come you didn't invite us?" So we had no, and
I'm just being told.
yeah, and trust me, your guys' names was brought up multiple times of people who should be on that list, but ultimately didn't make the cut. So
I get it.
don't be offended.
I get it. You don't like my girls.
No,
you don't like my girls.
I didn't. No, I was not the one who made the choice.
Camila.
It was just little kid. It was just little kids.
Well,
Littler kids.
A littler.
Yeah.
So how old's your son?
Yeah.
He's older than Lily.
Yeah, and then yeah, I know, George. Don't. Yeah, I got you. I I know.
What's George? Has to do with that. You said George, don't say.
Oh, sorry, Hilton. Sorry, Jesus.
George, you see,
God damn
your
it.
influence is too much.
George, what are you doing around here, man?
Anyways, party was kind of beautiful though. Well, F1, McLaren had made a huge mistake. Yeah, McLaren is back, and
yes.
McLaren is the team to beat right now.
They are.
That's what I'm saying. They instead of stopping Lando, because that's all happens. So race starts, and then Lando is in first.
Right.
Piastri, also McLaren, had a better launch. 0.02 of a second faster at the launch than Norris, right?
But did Norris qualify better?
Norris qualified first.
Okay.
And Piastri second.
Okay, that's my phone.
Okay. And then, but Piastri got a better launch. Like, the difference is like micro. 0.02 seconds.
Jesus.
It's like he left the clutch out that amount of time. So
right.
That made him get to the first corner on a fighting position. That puts Verstappen next to Lando Norris, because he also had a good start.
Right.
And Hamilton just, from 5th to 4th. Really good start.
Right.
And then Verstappen goes wide because there were already 2 cars in there.
Right.
So he had to give the position back to Lando Norris because he overtook from the outside of the track. And Piastri flies in first. So before the first stop, what happens is, because he was in a better position, they stopped Lando before because the undercut was working fine. So when he comes back from the first stop, Lando is in first and Piastri in second. So what they no, sorry. Piastri still came back in first. On the second stop, to protect against Hamilton, McLaren said, we're going to stop Norris first, but he will give you the position back. Don't worry about it. They gave the better strategy to Norris instead of Piastri, and Piastri was leading the race.
Right.
Although Piastri did make a couple of mistakes, only 2 mistakes during the entire race.
But my question is, who's leading the...
Well, Dylan's saying, what's up, guys?
Hey!
We're up.
Dylan!
What's up? Us.
Oh, my mom said, so sorry. We love you guys.
Your mom? What is that? Did she say it?
Yeah.
I didn't see the comment.
Right there. Carla Schubach. So sorry, Hilton. We love you and your family.
Did you influence on that decision?
It fell on deaf ears. What can we say? We love you.
I know that your dad would love me there because we have great conversations.
Of course,
you know?
of course. Yeah.
Anyways, going back to the race. What happens is they should have stopped Piastri first.
Okay.
To give him the better strategy, so he would come back in first much further ahead than Lando Norris.
But my question is, who is leading point-wise that would make sense of like, listen, we need you, like, if we want to catch Verstappen, just go ahead.
It's Lando Norris.
Okay.
So, but that race, Piastri was in front.
Right.
So they because they stopped Lando first and the undercut was working better.
Right.
And then what happens is Lando Norris, when Piastri comes back after one extra lap with older tires, he's back in second place.
Okay.
So towards the end of the race, a couple of laps, 3, 4 laps, 5 laps, they're like discussion like, let him pass. And I think if he had not done that, right, Lando, let's say Piastri stops, come back, and Lando stops, come back, Lando would still probably be in second place or fighting with Hamilton, but with a better car, he would be able to overtake.
Right.
And then get ahead. And he would be able to fight for the first position. And then McLaren wouldn't ask him not to.
Right.
Okay, you guys are free to race. The strategy played out. You know, we played the strategy for the guy in first.
Everyone pitted, everyone's
and then now it's on track.
Right.
If you pass, you win. If
right.
you don't pass, you finish second.
Right. Still get the points.
So McLaren stole Lando the opportunity to win that race because said, okay, I will stop you to protect against the third place, but I'm guaranteeing you the second place.
Right.
That is the worst strategy that I ever seen McLaren take.
Huh.
Because if he had let him fight for himself to being first after the stop, like with 1 lap newer tire,
right,
he would be able to finish first and open up a gap to close up the gap to Verstappen. So he would then finish the race with 69 points to Verstappen, and now he's 76. If he had finished first.
If he finished first.
If he passed Piastri. But that would be decided on track.
Right.
Not at the pit lane with strategy and politics. Right? So that's my point in there.
But what was, has McLaren came out and said what their strategy was, why they did that, as opposed to...
They didn't say anything. They was like, okay, we are protecting against Hamilton that was coming really fast. Mercedes is
still good.
The thing is, now Red Bull is not the best team out there.
No.
The team to beat is McLaren.
Right.
And McLaren is comparable. Still, Red Bull with Verstappen has a little edge, right? Because the strategy is everything driven to Verstappen. But Mercedes and Red Bull are right there,
right?
Like very similar,
right?
Maybe a tiny little bit difference. Red Bull a little bit better,
right?
But McLaren is the car to beat. 76 points difference, right?
Yeah.
And the first place scores 25, second place scores 18. So that's 7 points.
Yeah.
There are 11 races to the end of the championship. Right?
Right.
So there are 77 points. So let's say for some weird reason, Lando Norris now ends every single race in first place, which is really hard to happen.
Right.
And Verstappen ends every single race in second. Norris will win by 1 point.
Really?
Yeah, if it was 69 points and he won 10 races, it would be 70 points.
Right.
Right? He would catch up. He would then go to the last race with 1 point ahead. And whoever finishes in front wins.
Ooh,
so 1 race less to be,
to
first.
Win. Yeah.
So That's why, I don't know if McLaren is just thinking that they're unbeatable now and then they're gonna win every single race, which they won't.
Right.
Because Verstappen is too good of a driver.
Right.
So,
what was your surprise take from the race over the weekend? Because I have a surprise.
To be honest with you, I don't have a surprise. What I do have is that.
Thank you.
Well, my surprise was that that they did
that. They did that.
They didn't play the right card. You know what I mean?
Right. Their strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say my surprise from just the results. Looking at the results of the race.
Perez finished on points.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. It kind of, I was not expecting it. I mean, how poorly he has been this whole season, I was expecting him to be 8th or 9th. Easily. But he finished what? 5th?
No, he finished, not 5th, no. He finished, 5th was Verstappen. Finished, I think, 8th or something like 9th.
No, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that low.
I can Google it. We are smoking, Dylan, a Cohiba Red.
Cohiba. That's 2023.
No, that's... It's...
Oh, that's right. Leclerc finished 4th.
4th, yeah, and it doesn't show. It only shows up to 5th.
The
right?
top 5, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. Lando Norris did not have the opportunity.
Right.
He did not have the opportunity. Unfortunately, 7th.
7th. Okay.
Yeah,
George Russell. George Russell was. I knew George Russell finished
behind him.
Behind, yeah.
Which is, well, he started behind him, and they both of them they started like back there,
right.
One behind the other one, and they climbed up. That's what I'm saying. The Mercedes and the Red Bull, they are very similar in pace right now.
Interesting. What has McLaren done? Have they changed, tuned anything to their cars?
There are a few things that people are talking about, like some brake disc holes to help cool it down a little bit, which is not allowed, kind of thing. It's allowed for practice, but not for qualifying and race.
So are you saying McLaren's cheating?
Well, there are talks about it. It has to be proven.
Really?
I don't think they would be stupid to do that, but we never know.
You never know.
We never know. But a lot of upgrades in Silverstone that they had, and throughout the year, they're just they're being very good. And it's not only that. Max Verstappen, for some reason, he's very hot head, right?
Dutch people always are.
And then what happens is he has to give on the very first lap, he has to give the position back, right? And then he doesn't agree with that. Of course, he's a racer. But instead of, okay, I understand what happened, let me fight again.
Right.
He then started complaining with the team, and the whole mentality of the team, of himself, now is to protect against Hamilton. If you aim for the first, right, you might get a chance of being first. So if you are in first place, you have to aim to lead every single lap.
Right.
Because if you don't do that, you might lose that position.
Right.
If you start in second, And then you have to aim to finish first. If you're starting, whatever it is, and then you go like, I need to protect my position, you're gonna lose that position.
You know what that's
because
called?
The mindset, goes that way.
And there's a famous football formation for defense that I have seen so many times, and it always fails. It's called prevent defense, where you're preventing those big plays. The team is only down by a touchdown, and they're way back on the other end of the field. They have to score a touchdown to win. There's a couple seconds, so everyone plays way off, way down. Well, that team, all they do is throw short passes. They get 10 yards. They go back, do it again, do another 10 yards.
They keep the ball and get close.
And they just keep getting closer and closer and closer. And then inevitably, something always happens where
they lose.
Someone messes up, the guy scores a touchdown, and that other team loses.
Yeah.
And it's always that prevent defense, complete bullshit. Win. Play to win.
Play to win.
Play to win.
Yeah, and that's what happened with Verstappen. He was then playing or racing to protect the third place instead of going for the first place, even though he was in third.
Right.
No, he has the ability to do that. He has the craft to do that. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he has not done that because he's hot-headed, and then he complains about it with his engineer, the guy that's supposed to be helping him, right on the radio. And then what happens is the guy, in the last, few laps is like, hey, this is very childish. We talk about it later. The engineer has to say that on the radio when the guy is on the track. It's like, instead of having discussions like how to win this race, they're having a discussion on, well, I need my psychologist, here to,
make me feel better.
Make me feel better, yes.
Get the hell out of here.
Exactly. He's hot-headed. So instead of playing, racing to win, he didn't. And then that's why they lost.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate, that it happened. He's a very talented person. I don't like him. I support other drivers. Don't like him very much. I think he plays... that overtake, Dylan sent it to me, but that overtake that he tries to cut it in and then he clips Hamilton's front wheel. It happened like multiple times, 3 or 4 times, now, because it happens that way. You know what I mean? Now, this time he was on the inside instead of the outside.
Right.
And it was his fault. And I think he's going to get some great penalties, but I'm not quite sure, if he's going to be penalized, for the next race.
I hope they do. I hope...
because he caused the collision, he caused it, but although they will still finish the race.
I hope Formula One does come hard on him to make the season that much more interesting.
Yeah, if he gets like 5 grid penalties...
Could you imagine?
He qualifies, let's say he qualifies in 1st, he starts in 5th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives him a hard time, and he's going to be hot-headed, and probably is not going to drive well because of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to tell you what, this Formula One season's definitely panned out to be very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more interesting than last year, for sure. Last couple of years. As a casual fan, diehard fan, probably say this is nothing new, but...
No, it's been interesting. I'm gonna get another one of these
do it.
Green beer. Pretty good.
Very
Dylan,
popular.
pretty good beer. But yeah. So, is Trump winning this race or?
Yeah.
We're talking about race, so.
That's why they do call it the presidential race.
Yeah, is he winning this or not?
Oh yeah, his approval ratings are through the roof. Even if he was going to go against, I think Biden would have given him a harder time. But now that he's dropped out and Kamala Harris, I personally don't like her. I think I don't think.
People are saying that she's harder than Biden on a lot of different agendas. Like she's more left than Biden.
She might be. She might be. So she used to be a district attorney in San Francisco. Again, her whole thing was, you're not a criminal. You're just you need to be put into a program. So if you kill a person, go in front of the judge, district attorney goes, you know what? No prison time. We'll put you in a rehab facility. Go serve your go do 6 months, 12 months in a rehab center, and then you'll come out there a brand new shining flower, a beautiful citizen. Of course, most people have that opportunity. They go back out and do the crime once again. So, on paper, San Francisco is a safe city because you're not prosecuting criminals. You're putting them in rehab. You're putting them in programs to re-educate them. And it just ends up being a giant shit show.
It's it's very dangerous, right? In some areas.
Oh, absolutely. San Francisco is very dangerous.
Yeah.
So during the presidential campaign, when she was running for president against Biden, Tulsi Gabbard shared audio clips of her basically saying that if parents, because there was a law in LA County or in California, if the parents couldn't show up for their kids, something school related, that she would prosecute the kids or prosecute the parents. And someone was like, well, but so you're going to be putting even more hardship on the parents for a difficult situation. And she just laughed. Her typical, yeah, I guess I am. So Tulsi Gabbard goes, is this who you really want to be president? Someone that is laughing at parents who can't afford or can't be there to defend their children? Like, she's so disconnected. Oh, yeah. And then
Dylan saying, you should watch a clip of her word salads.
She can't properly throw out her ideas. I mean, she's worse than Biden a lot of times in what she says. I don't like her personally. I don't think she would be good for the country. And I just think she's just a giant shit show waiting to happen. I mean, Biden appointed her to run the border.
She was the person running the border
security
thing, yeah.
And operations and everything. And what has happened this last 4 years? Basically just millions of people coming in, catching and releasing, just letting them go. So she's idiotic. She's terrible. I don't think she'd be good. Her approval ratings as a vice president was the lowest it's ever been recorded.
So now she's a
candidate for president.
For president, okay.
So
on that bombshell, did we end the podcast?
I think so. How long have we been talking?
An hour and something.
What does it say?
Down there, there's a little. Let me get the mouse in here.
Hour and 13 minutes.
Yes.
I think it's a good spot.
Okay, and on that bombshell, time to end. Comment,
like,
subscribe,
share
with anybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.
Have a good night.
Good night.